Good morning, good morning, good morning. Coffee time. Oops. Sorry about the noise. I guess I should have done that before. Well, hello. Can you hear me okay? Do I know Jesus? Yes. Do, do you? Oh. Coffee. Did you have your coffee this morning? Selena hates it when I do that, but I run the same coffee grounds. I just add a scoop. It works. Hey, it's good coffee. Oh yeah. Is your best friend? Yes, indeed. What a friend we have. Sean, how's it going? Want to come up? That way I can at least have somebody to conversate with. Let me get you that link. There you go. Gerald, how are you? Ah, you made it to Washington. Awesome, 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 awesome. Awesome deal. I was wondering, I hadn't heard from you. I hope all is well. Joys of Sorrow, how are you? Landon. Oh. Yeah, I figure I have a little bit of coffee and then we can walk out there and take a look at the animals, see how they're doing. I don't know if I've showed y'all the chicken coop I'm building, but I'll show y'all that. Pat, how is you doing? Yeah, same way, buddy. Just staying at home, not going anywhere, and calming down has done a number to my figure, to say the least. Well, the good thing is I'm fitting the jeans that Pops gave me that were the hand-me-downs that were like 6 sizes too big. I'm fitting them now. Knew there was a reason why he gave me those pants. What are y'all doing? Hold on, I gotta check and see what's going on here. What are y'all doing? Little man, you running them chickens again? Oh, sorry about that. I heard the chickens going crazy. Maybe the wrong number. I didn't get any call. Invite. No. Actually, it's Rooster Bite. They, I don't know if you've seen the other videos, but I went to the chicken cell, and I wanted one rooster. I done bought 6 chickens, so this batch of roosters come up there, and I wanted a rooster, and I waited, and only they weren't selling the one; they were selling 2 of them. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take 2 roosters. That's fine. I'll bid on this. I lost the first bid, and the lady picked up the one on the, I think it was the second run on the cage. But there was 4 runs on the cage, you know. That was one set. And there was 6 left of them. Well, he started bidding at the end of the cage, which happens to be the side that the white roosters, the ones that I wanted, the white and black, nice fancy looking roosters were. And so I bidded on them. I won the bid. I thought it was odd that they took the whole cage and brought it to the back and didn't sell the other 2 pairs of roosters there. But I didn't realize until I went up there and paid out that I had bought 6 roosters. So a couple of them are going in jambalaya. Yeah, 4 of them I really like.
Jambalaya rooster.
Jambalaya roosters. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Awesome, dude.
How much is a hen out here? I got some really ugly old hens for like, I think they were $5 a piece or $6 a piece maybe. But that was the cheapest ones that went out though. I mean, they were $10 to $15 usually. Huh?
So those chickens you showed me, you were like, they're ugly. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, they're ugly and they're not laying anything. They haven't laid anything, but they're all in that one cage. I got to finish getting the coop built. Hopefully they work out. If not, Miss Lena knows a lady that is selling some really beautiful young hens that are just starting laying, and that is almost impossible to talk with that. Go ahead. I lost my whole train of thought. Who's hollering in the background?
Otherwise.
Oh. She hollered because you're picking on the string? What are you doing this morning? Drinking coffee?
Drinking coffee.
Hello?
I'm still studying. I got 3 more days until my test.
Oh, you got a test coming up Sunday?
2 of them. Yeah, I have 2 of them. They're the California. It stands for something. As he said, it's like the assessment test. So subject assessment test, California subject assessment test. CSAT.
Yeah.
I have to pass the one for U.S. history and one for world history. I already passed the California history one. So.
What's the big deal? It's all history.
Just to get credentialed. Yeah.
What's the big deal? It's all history. Don't tell him that. I'm sure you'll get an F. Don't tell him that. I'm just joking.
Dude, the part of me that's a teacher inside is crying right now.
Why? Because I said that? I'm just picking. I know my
history is important, people.
Yeah, you would think you would learn from it. The way society is going now, they haven't learned anything. I mean, everything that is going on.
That we are in, because
Yeah,
are lazy.
everything that is going on now has already happened to a certain extent in a different way, but and nobody learned from it. All right, coffee's ready.
Enjoy the ride. That's all I can say.
All right, well, been a fun one so far.
Okay. I'm hanging out at the house. What are you doing today? Wait.
No drugs, the doctors said Tommy found. I didn't find no drugs. Certainly wouldn't have turned him into the doctor if I did. What is it? I didn't understand that. Oh, never mind. I get what she's saying. I understand what she's saying now. No, okay. Well, that's good. There was no drugs involved. Good. Anyhow.
So it is not methamphetamines. Which is odd, because that seemed like the most logical answer.
You know what we're talking about. Yeah, that threw me for a loop there. I wasn't sure what to think.
Yeah. Well, it's demonic possession.
She said, "Oops." She says, "Oops." I meant they didn't find anything. Anyway. Oh, Miss Lena, remind me when I come over there that I have a phone number for you. Somebody got a hold of me this morning and wanted me to give you their number. Not going to talk about what it pertains to or anything. You'll know when I get there, but just remind me to give you their number.
Yeah.
He's still not doing good? So what songs did you learn, son? Play us a song. We're all sitting here drinking our cup of coffee, so play us a song.
I'd have to write you one first. We don't cover other people's music, though. Like, for the lesson stuff that I'm doing, like, just like Three Little Birds from Bob Marley and some other songs that come in the app. I'm using Justin Guitar's app.
I can write you a song real quick.
But
do you want to hear this? Do you want to hear the beginning?
No.
No? Why not?
Okay.
Never mind.
Threw you for a loop, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too early. Did you see that? Did you see that Insanity yesterday or last night? I actually sat up and watched that.
What Insanity?
Good Job Buddy got an interview with Mike on there, and I knew it was going to end like it did. Cars come up there at the end and everything. It was just all kinds. It was like a free for all. The trolls were going insane.
You think?
And yeah. It was just I didn't want to say anything. I was sitting there like, I'm not even commenting in this. I'm not. Holy crap! They went crazy, acting stupid.
Yeah, because everyone's 10 feet tall and got nothing important to say when they're behind a computer screen.
Yeah.
But I bet you like 90% of them wouldn't say shit to his face.
I don't watch hardly any of the, especially the hate streams and stuff. I don't watch hardly any of them, but I just, curiosity. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's still around. I haven't watched his videos in a long while, but I simply,
Dude, that's almost 3 years old. Like, really? Come up with something new, man. Fuck.
well, I guess it's actually, I don't know. I guess it's the first time that they got him to openly talk about the case and the things about it and stuff. So I knew that was coming sooner or later, where he would finally talk about it. But they still don't believe him. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what he says.
It's just that. It's an angry mob that decides, hey, you're guilty, and they lynch somebody, and even though the dude's innocent. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter what anybody says, even himself saying something, he is going to be guilty until proven innocent. And it's the exact opposite of what, is what it's supposed to be.
It's just... Anyway, you got anything, like, relevant to talk about?
Yeah, no kidding.
Now that I've wasted 30 seconds of my life on something to talk about.
Did you see the chicken coop I was building?
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta go and get the wire. It's like $51 for the roll of the chicken wire the size that I need for that thing. So hopefully next week I can grab it and I can get them chickens running loose. I got my.
So what's the next farm?
I'm fixing to put. Well, I had somebody that I talked to that's been holding a goat that we may get that one coming up next week or so. But honestly, the only thing I can think of with the goat is to help clean up all the underbrush and stuff when I run the hot fence.
Yes.
But after all of that's cleared off, it's obviously it's going to be we might keep one goat around for a pet, like the one that we're getting here pretty soon. But any other goats that I get for the area, once it's all cleaned up and stuff, we're gonna probably get rid of them. I don't think we're gonna try to raise goats. We can, but I don't know. I like raising. So far, the pigs are fun. The pigs are interesting. They're starting to bark. Yeah. Yeah, they're starting to bark at you. No, but they're starting to bite at your feet. And them suckers, man, they got some teeth. They hurt.
Dude, yeah. Raise the goat and smoke them.
Yeah.
Goat tacos,
raise them for food.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You know me, dude. I will never turn down a good taco. Tacos are my thing.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Rich, I'm probably gonna make a jambalaya. I'm gonna grab the two of those.
Are you gonna film it?
Roosters, the two black ones. I'm not gonna film shooting it.
Well, no, you chop its head off and then you can start in the bucket when you bleed it out, and then how to defeather it or take the feathers off and all that.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool content personally, because I don't know how to dress a chicken. I can dress a deer, but not a chicken. I'd imagine it's similar. But...
Exactly. No, it's a little different, but it's been some many years since I've done it.
Yeah. And then if you got a pond, you could have fish, and you could show people how to skin a catfish or whatever. Yeah.
I still got to build the pond. I gotta get all this other stuff situated because we're on a. We don't have a big income at all, so I've got to save up a little bit in order to get the traco or whatever, get out there and dig out the pond. Ain't no way I'm digging that out by hand. I did work for more on the
you can get stuff like that donated to you?
What?
If you registered as a nonprofit organization, you could actually get stuff like that donated to you. Tractors and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would need a mission statement and all that jazz, but yeah. And the reason I bring that up is we expanded the horse rescue to include a sanctuary in Arizona, and a lady was looking for something. She wanted to support a nonprofit organization that dealt with animals. So she found us online and sent us a message and was like, "Hey, I want to donate to you guys. What do you need? Give me a list of 3 things you need." So it was like, we need a tractor, fencing, and there's something else. I think a barn was on the list. And she ended up buying us a brand new John Deere tractor. Yeah, pretty well.
I forgot completely about it. Miss Lena just said Jack Daniels could do it. I forgot completely about it. We got a guy that has a tractor. He's got a plow, a tiller. He's got and now he's got the attachment for the backhoe.
Yeah.
And I could probably get it a lot cheaper. Just pay him to come out and do what I need him to do than it would be to rent the equipment and do it myself. It'd probably be cheaper. And to answer you, Joyce, yes, I can get IBC totes out here. There's 3 different kind out here to get. There's ones that you can get from soap and stuff. You have to rinse the soap and stuff out of. That's out going. Well, I can't say where it's at. I almost did. Almost gave up my location. Oh my God! Don't do that. No. Anyway.
Yeah.
Out here on the main highway, there's another guy that's got food grade IBC totes, and he's got a bunch of them. He's got all kinds of stuff. He's got railroad ties and all kinds of stuff. He wants $16 a piece for them railroad ties, though. I was thinking about railroad ties to mark our driveway, and then start getting gravel pulled.
Oh yeah.
It's $140. It's $140 per load of gravel. So that's the next thing I'm trying to save up to do.
Fuck.
$140 per load, and I don't know. I'm just gonna have to get them to start on one end and just do what they can, and then when I can pay another for another load, I'll get the driveway further.
There you go. Yeah.
But eventually, I just want to make a circle driveway up here. I got to do a driveway because this hill is at such a slant. Every time it rains, all this clay up here, if you pull down too far into the driveway, you'll never back out of it. You'll never get out. You'll get stuck right there. I mean, I got a hole in the middle of my driveway where I've got stuck on it. Yeah, I got to have some gravel.
We had to deal with that in Iraq.
How big of a pond am I trying to?
The solution was just dropping truckloads of gravel, and then here's a rake, private, level it out.
Right.
Yeah, but if we didn't do that, we were all knee deep in mud, literally like clay. It's horrible.
Yeah. To answer your question, not quite a goldfish pond, and not quite a big pond that you see in a cow pasture. About in the middle, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Not very big. No bigger than a camper or so. Not a huge one, and I really don't have to dig it all out.
Swimming pool?
Yeah, no, about the size of the swimming pool. One of the bigger swimming pools. That's about what size pond I'm wanting. Just something little. Basically, what I'm wanting the pond for is to put some fish in, and then I want to be able to pump the water out of that pond to use it for watering the garden, and I can replenish the water. You get what I'm saying? For hydroponics, kind of, or not aquaponics, kind of.
Yeah.
The same idea, but I'm wanting to use it, the pond at the bottom of the hill. That way, all the rain that we get and stuff, the rain goes through there. We'll end up with all the rainwater that goes through, and what goes and what overflows. I'm gonna put a little waterfall off the back side of it.
Yeah.
To where when it's overflowing, I can actually later on try to figure out how to put me some kind of turbine generator on it, to where when the water is overflowing and we don't, which is usually when you don't have very much power for solar, which I'm planning on getting. I want to get it to where when it's raining, the rainy season, when you don't get a lot of solar, you're also still generating electricity off of the water that's going through. And then I'm also wanting to try to do a turbine too. I want to put them all into one system. That way we can get off of the grid, the electric grid. We got city electric right now, because I don't have any of that equipment yet. But
yeah, you're gonna need a pH kit according to Joey's.
Rain monitors out pH in the water, so it's gonna depend on what fish you're getting. The fish I was planning on getting is just like natural, around here type catfish, bass, things like that.
Catfish are indestructible. So.
Yeah. I'm not planning on putting any kind of fancy fish in there or anything. And it's just for the garden, it's just to,
yeah. But yeah, pH level apparently is really important when you're dealing with aquaponics and when you're growing things in general. Because if your soil is too acidic, I don't think your plants are going to survive.
Oh. What do you mean, if I'm full what?
Huh?
What do you mean? Say that again. You just said that if I'm full.
Oh, your pH kit. Joyce is talking about you need a whole test kit so that you can monitor your pH levels.
Well, you can water your garden with rainwater, right? Obviously you can. Yeah, obviously you can because the rain lands on your garden anyway. I'm not, I'm gonna put my fertilizer and stuff like that in the garden. I'm just, wanting to pump the water out of a pond that has fish in it for the extra health and nutrition. We don't plan to eat the fish.
No fish tacos on this homestead.
Yeah, I don't plan on eating the fish. It doesn't matter. But if it's a little pond, I should be able to. If I wanted to.
Yeah. You want to?
But that's all plans. That probably won't happen until next season. I ain't even got a tiller yet to get the garden tilled up. I got to get it tilled up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's time to start planting. We already have our plants starting over here in a flower bed. Or they should be starting.
Joy's looking into sending you some fish.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool. I like the idea of a fish rescue, George. I think that'd be awesome.
All right. I got one of them.
Used to have golden dorados in the Salton Sea. Bless you.
Do what?
May Jesus bless you.
Wow. No, let her get that out. Let her get that out. That sounds evil as could be.
Better out than in.
I don't know. Yeah, but it's coming through these headphones in such a way it sounds evil. That's why I said let her get it out. Get it out.
Expel
you might want to go in there and pray for her. That sounded bad.
I know.
Man, I was doing what in the world? Hold on. Stupid chickens.
What?
What are you? Hey! No! We can't be having that. Yeah, the neighbor's chickens are coming over here.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Can't have no neighbor's chickens.
No, the thing is they're on the road and they are luring my 3 roosters out there.
Yeah, because that's what chicks do. They lure roosters to do bad things.
Y'all get back to the house. You ain't supposed to be out there.
Are we talking to his roosters?
Yes. Shut up. Y'all get back. Go. Hey. Go on back over there. What are you doing? Holy crap, still got... This one's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. He's still got his head. Look at him.
Not for long.
Go back and forth. Go on. Get over there. Wanting desperately to get past me, and all their hens are over there across the street. I'm going to put that hot fence up, and y'all going to jump on that and decide you don't want to go that direction anymore.
Mm. Cool.
What do you mean they don't understand me? I talk to the chickens. They understand me.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
You don't talk to your animals?
I do, sure.
Well, you don't have a rooster.
Cock, sorry.
I knew that was going to come out sooner or later. I wasn't expecting it to come out from you, though. I thought I was going to see that in the chats.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Somebody had that.
Yeah, I know.
Forgive me.
Right? Trust me, I bite my tongue every day to keep from saying stuff like that.
Oh. I just let it out.
Yeah, I know. I try to be nice.
Man, okay,
If I let out half the things I thought, though.
Right? So, apparently it's not fun to make fun of people or laugh at them. Even if what they say is completely ridiculous. And so, my question to you is, does loving your neighbor as yourself involve not laughing at their expense?
Well, I don't know. That's kind of a gray area there, because I'm one of those that if I see somebody stub their toe really hard, I'm going to laugh. I'm going to go over there and help them up and try to do the best I can, and you know, I don't know, maybe call an ambulance or whatever I need to, you know. But nevertheless, I'm going to be laughing during it. So I don't know, but we're not really supposed to. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. That's a gray area.
That's one thing, but if I'm laughing at you for being, like, quite frankly, stupid,
yeah,
I think that's mean. That's like malice, and that was the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, granted, what the kid said numerous times was completely off base, out of left field, and the only reason he's saying it is because he's on the internet, and I won't punch him in the mouth for it.
Right.
But I laughed at his expense. You know, I put the laughing emojis, and that's kind of like just being a cynical asshole back. So, yeah, Jesus, like, brought that to my attention. He's like, you were good up until this point. And I'm like, oh, you're right. That's the thing with the Holy Spirit, man. It's quick to convict you, you know, when you're off.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're praying to stay on the straight and narrow. Yeah, it's a trip.
Yeah,
so,
it definitely is.
I mean, it's better than, like, what I used to do. I used to just cuss people out. You know?
Right, and it's not that, and it's not that you don't still want to. It's that you try not to, out of respect for yourself and the God that we serve.
Yeah,
and you know, and that's what escapes people so quickly. They don't realize that. You know, we have the same thoughts that y'all have a lot of times. You know, we just try not to act on it.
Yeah.
And when we do, we're, you know, that I know if you see, the Bible also says that if you think of it, so shall you do. And that one always puzzled me, because, man, if I did half of the things that I thought, I'd really be in some trouble. And that's where I am very thankful for grace, because I fall short in that category so much, you know, because, and we all do. We think, sometimes we think humor in something that isn't funny, or we think,
Yeah.
you know, and we think that way, and we should, we're supposed to, according biblically, we're supposed to act upon the way we think, and that's where I'm very, very thankful for grace, because I know that if we just think it, we're already in that. We're already in that that judgment. We're already in that danger. Just thinking of it. So the gray line between thinking and actually acting on it is all covered by grace. Is covered by our faith in Jesus Christ. But at the same time, we're not supposed to have those thoughts. We should not think that way towards our neighbor or anyone around. And that's where we're thankful for grace, because we fall short in that category.
Yeah,
we don't always think of everybody around us in a loving manner like we're supposed to. We think to ourselves, well, you know what? We think to ourselves, well, you know what? This guy next door borrowed my shovel 6 months ago, and maybe I should go over there and take a shovel and break the handle over him. You think it at times. If you think something like that, if you're mad at him, and it's we're very thankful that we don't act on it all the time, and that's the key to it, is not acting on it, because that's where we really go south.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway,
but I digress.
That's why I try to have the nicest thoughts I can for anybody around us. I try not to have any aggravation towards people. I was falling short the other day, and you know what happened then. I was really upset with somebody then, and I didn't have the spirit of love about me that day. I was really pissed off at that guy, but and it happens, and it proves God's word right. Everybody's sins and falls short of the glory of God. And it's just, how do we pick ourselves up afterwards? That's what determines who we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
But it escapes people's minds that we don't, we don't get upset. They think we don't, but just because we love Jesus does not mean we don't have feelings at all. And
right? Yeah, just because my Lord and Savior walks in water doesn't mean I do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what burns me up so much about this community with the trolls and the hatred and stuff like that. That's what burns me up about it. It's nonstop
ignorance.
Hatred, and
it's nonstop ignorance.
And it's not the fact that they even have a justifiable reason to hate a person. They just hate a person for nothing, for a difference in opinion, or for a cross word that was said, and I don't know, it just breeds more anger, and it's most definitely the devil's platform, and it shows. It definitely shows. Yeah, I was talking with somebody earlier, and they said something about the fact that my numbers dropped tremendously. And if you notice, I've only got 6 people in here, and it's a far different than having 35, 40 people. But like I told them, I said, man, I'm very blessed because I don't have the hatred that I had. I had 30, 40 people, but I was interacting with the haters and stuff, and instead of just having a decent stream and doing what doing what I'm doing and just not being a part of the drama. And now we have anywhere from 4 to 8 people in the chats, and there's not very many, but it's always a nice chat. We always have a decent conversation. We don't have any of the stress and the drama and the stupidity. I mean, we even touch base on some of the drama that's going on in the community, and it doesn't get all kind of outlashes and stupidity and things like that, because we, and I like it that way.
Yeah. Me too.
But
yeah, quality over quantity.
I tried to fight that all the trolls and the demons and stuff like that. I tried to fight that for quite a while. I'm like, I think God done what He needed to do with the channel as far as that, and that's why we were led to come out here, and this is where we're sitting, and now we're more or less relaxing. We haven't, there's some time frames that God just sets you down and tells you, all right, now it's time to sit still and chill out for a little while, and I have something up for you later. And I'm just going to enjoy it for while we're sitting.
Huh.
Speaking of sitting, they have called me going on 4. It was 4 times they've tried to contact me already. 3 times I've talked to them. I didn't get to the phone quick enough the last time I called, which I'm gonna call them back today. But they are trying their best to get me and Selena back out on the carnival. They have called several times, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, dude, I've started a homestead. I have animals. I have, and I'm building up on the property. I can't just up and leave, especially not for basically all summer. 3, 4 months, 5 months, however. What is it? 5 months. Anyway, but they've literally called several times.
Hold on, I gotta catch my cat. I'll be right back.
Can't make the world happy. Yeah, you're right. You can't make them happy. I sure tried. I did it. I did my best. But yeah, and we're loving it up here. The land, having the piece of land to call our own. That we're. I'm out here just about every day that it's not raining. I'm out here building on something. Yesterday I built. A couple weeks ago, I built a little privacy fence over here next to the building. Well, yesterday I got out there and I built a walkway gate. I got to build a gate to put on it, but I built that. Never mind. I'm not going to sit here and try to explain that here. I'm going to show you.
All right, hold on.
Anyway.
Wait a second.
This was yesterday's project. Oh, ow, ow, ow. I'm barefooted. This stuff sucks. Anyway. I did that last week. Remember, I did the privacy fence across the front. Well, I did this part yesterday. I got this. Now all I got to do is build a gate in between here and get all of that cleared out. My box pile for burning. I can't burn yet because it's too windy, but get all of that out of the way and stuff, and then put a gate there. And then the only place left to worry about will be the other side of the trailer when I do the other part of the privacy fence. Using them same slats that I was using on the birdhouses for the roofs. I'm using them. I guess I need to get my shoes on and get ready to do a walk around. Let me see, I gotta remember how to do this. Let me change the camera around.
I'm catfishing.
Okay. Alrighty. There's one of the free-range roosters. One of the three that anyway, yeah, I built this the other day. It's got 4 runs. I've got 3 roosters in it, and then I've got this one. This one's one of the hens that was fighting with each other. Look at this one. That was pretty, ain't it?
That's a cool rooster.
Yep. Now these, they have spurs. And they're pretty too. Ugly old chicken. Ugly, ugly chicken. Anyway, I did this. Let's see, I did the cage day before yesterday. I worked on this yesterday. We're going to paint a little sign and put it up here on this. I don't know. Elston's Farms or something. Anyway, I started this here. I got this burn pit to get out of here. I've got to get it gone and put the other leg over here. But I built that. I've got to wrap it around, wrap it in the chicken wire, and then we have this big old mess of ugly, ugly chickens. Ooh, y'all need some food and water, don't you? All right, guys. Now, Miss Judy, get yourself tangled up again. Here. Ah, don't go around it again.
Girl.
Ooh. They've gotten big. They've gotten real big. Yep.
Yeah, we only have one pig at the ranch. Mabel. And I'm not allowed to call Mabel bacon, apparently.
Oh, yeah? Somebody got offended?
Yeah, somebody got offended.
It's funny, that's why, yeah, you gotta be careful because it's, that's where, offenses come, and offenses must come, but woe to those where the offenses come. Which, nothing. Anyway. Joey's heading out. Yeah, Judy wants chicken dinner. Yep. Sean done kicked himself out again, didn't he? Anybody else want to come up?
Hey.
There you are. What happened?
What do you think happened?
You kicked yourself out.
Yeah. I hate this app, dude. It's like not intuitive at all.
And you're fishing in your house.
Yes. I'm catching catfish.
Catfish, huh?
No, see it? It's beautiful catfish.
Yeah. Toby?
Tubbs.
Who?
Tobias Beecher.
Yeah. That's what I said, Toby.
Yep. That's the
I
mighty
said it first, I know.
That's my buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Get it. Good job.
Where's Squishy?
Oh, Squish? I don't know. Watch this. He just takes the mouse and walks off with it. Like when he's done playing, he's like, "Oh, all right, I got this. I'm gonna go bury it later." Like he'll take Dragon in, but he don't care. It's funny. That's my buddy.
Yeah, take him fishing with you.
My captor, he's running away. Huh? He brought it to the box? Oh my gosh. So, you know those big old boxes that you get from like Costco or Sam's Club?
Yeah.
I made Tony a hotel with it.
Oh, nice.
It's like a little hidey hole. So he'll take the house, and then when he's done playing, he'll walk off with it and put it in the hole and put it in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny.
Heck yeah.
And then here's what I'm using for bait. Mouse tail.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Works pretty well. I usually catch one on the first cast.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
talk about old videos. The last time I was, or one of the last ones, but yeah, it was one of the last videos I did while I was out on the carnival. Was where when it rained for like 3 days and we had a foot of water out in front of our bunkhouse. I was fishing for that 3/4 inch wrench or a 19 millimeter, which is the more or less a universal size for rides and stuff. They have more 3/4 inch and more 3/4 inch nuts and bolts and stuff in them than anything. And I ran across that old video of me doing that fishing thing. I pulled up the wrench. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Where did he go? He even muted his. Oh, I'm sitting here talking to myself. He ain't gonna.
Taking care of something.
Oh. Oh yeah. Keep it muted. No, jeez almighty. Well, thanks. You just flushed the toilet on the stream.
Hey.
There you go.
Sound effects are cool, yeah.
Sound effects are cool.
Hi, Todd. Tell him hi. He's trying to get the mouse. Yeah, so my cat will keep me busy for hours doing this.
Oh, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Lena has Missy now, so she gets all the fun of Missy's crazy personality.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm waiting on her to call me up and say, "What is wrong with this cat? Why is it rolling a can across the floor?" She'll take anything, like a can or like a tuna fish can or anything, and sit there and push it all around the floor. Just crazy little things like that. I gotta get it. I'm gonna get another cat, but I'm gonna get one that I can raise up with the other animals and not have to worry about it. Missy is a good cat. Huh?
Get you a Toby.
Yeah.
You need a Tobes. Everyone needs a Tobes in their life.
Yeah.
Good boy.
I was thinking about we were discussing if they send out stimulus checks again. we were discussing the idea on I was needing to get a motor for the truck, and we had found for less money, I had found a van that I can use for the same thing, hauling stuff around, and still keep the truck for later and worry about getting a motor later on out of it. And we're thinking about that, so I might end up having or getting a little minivan to use for a pickup truck. You can put a full sheet of plywood and stuff in the back of it, and that's pretty much all that's the biggest stuff we ever haul. That or barrel of water or something, Yeah, we were thinking about that.
30,000 points on the Dow Industrial Average. Ooh, that's not good.
What does that mean?
It means your market's overinflated. It's hyperinflated.
They won't leave the rabbits alone, but they will.
It's over 32,000 points. Excuse me. It's 32.6. Yeah. I'll put it to you this way. Study inflation because the market's going to crash probably within the next 5 years.
You think so?
Yeah, given what they've done over the last 12 months, they've systematically devalued your currency even further. So the dollar has even less purchasing power because they keep giving things away with nothing to back the value. So realistically, your money isn't even worth the paper it's printed on.
Yeah, I figure it'll all collapse eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime, but I guess it is. I didn't figure it would happen in my lifetime, but I guess it is. Unless he takes me here soon, I'm probably going to get to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can't. The way that the world monetary system is running, that's world money, right? They're moving towards a one world currency. And what will happen when that happens is they will lock out anybody that they don't want, that doesn't play the game, so to speak. Anybody that doesn't accept the mark or the papal authority of Rome. Yeah, I mean, it's all in Revelations, Get born again, you'll understand it.
Yeah.
It is what it is until it isn't. But when I look at the way that things go on as a social studies teacher and somebody that's interested in history and currency and banking as a whole, I don't like what I see at all. I don't have faith in it. I don't think it can sustain itself for a long period of time. And I'm not the only person that talks like this, in regarding economics, because the things that brought the Roman Empire to an end are the exact same things that America is facing today. And they're making the exact same mistakes. So, I don't know.
And I called, and when we were over there at Pastor Jack's church over there in Mississippi, sitting right there on the porch of that church, I called this all out when it first started. If you go back to about when the pandemic started, I even said all of this was going to happen, and this is how or what it was going to turn into.
Yeah.
And everything, the vaccine and the way that it's got, everything is falling right into place. I don't see this all working for more than a couple of years.
Yeah, no, it can't.
I think within the next year to year and a half, 2 years, probably it's just going to be, it's going to be so screwed up. The whole thing is a whole system that they built.
I mean, I feel really bad for people that put their faith in government.
Yeah.
But that's what you get for putting your faith in man.
Mm-hmm.
So don't say that we didn't warn you. Tommy and I have been talking about this for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
So
at least.
It is what it is until it isn't, I guess.
Yeah.
So
you see how everything's getting so much worse with the hatred and stuff, and the Book of Revelations explains that being signs of the end times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it explains it as being signs of the the end times, and it's just rapidly getting worse. I mean, when it speaks about labor pains, that's exactly what we're seeing. And it's the more rapid labor pains, and it's going to calm down a little bit, and then it's going to hit again, and even harder. And then it's going to calm down for a little bit, and it's going to be an even harder hit. And that's why I said within the next couple of years, it's going to be full on. Just, I mean, complete insanity. I think at the rate things are going, that's what's going to happen. It's going to take an intervention for the whole world to keep that from happening. And I don't think anybody
for earthquakes.
I don't think anybody but the Lord Himself has the ability of that type of an intervention.
No, it's gotta be God. You know,
that is the only way.
Be a revival,
this whole world
led by the Spirit. That's
yeah.
You know, otherwise it's just the works of men, and the works of men is death. You know, I want nothing that this government sells people. You know,
everybody laughed at me for remember when we first started. I voiced my opinions on government when I first started the treehouse there. Remember how everybody laughed at me? They thought it was funny because I was just another one of those conspirators that just doesn't like the government and don't trust cops and this and that and everything else. And now here we are, not even 3 years later. Nobody trusts the cops. Nobody trusts the government. And if you do, it's like, dude, there's blindfolders on you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
you have blind faith in
pull them off.
What is going
Take
on.
the sunglasses off or something. You know, but and it has gotten like that. It has gotten to where there's a whole lot of people that think the same way I thought back then when I just want to get away from society and away from the way that the whole design, the whole system is just corrupt and full of the devil, and that's point blank all you can say about it.
It is what it is. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, the whole system is corrupt.
That, dude, the son of perdition has to be reviewed.
How did we get on this topic? How did we get on this topic? I am seriously not in the right mind frame for politics. Holy crap! How did we get on this topic?
Politics,
did you bring
it's
it up?
change, homie. I mean, yeah, you can technically argue that it's politics, but it's bigger than Republicans and Democrats.
Oh yeah,
involves kings, queens, and popes and shit. Yeah, don't get me started on that topic, dude. I'm well versed in it.
Oh, I know. We'll be on this topic all morning.
I'll have y'all like, holy shit. Yeah.
We need to sit down and have a talk
if you
like
want to
that.
know, seek out.
Yep.
The truth.
There you go. We ought to sit down and have a topic. You want to know, ask.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to know something, ask. But don't assume.
Yeah.
Dumb, stupid people assume things, right? Smart, intelligent people ask
can you imagine?
Make their own decisions.
Can you imagine the stupid questions we would get if we did a sit down like that?
But here's my thing. As a teacher, I don't view any question as stupid. The only thing I think is stupid is people that refuse to ask questions and deal in assumptions. Well, Elon Musk said, have you ever met Elon Musk in person? Has he come to your house, sat down at your table, ate dinner with you? Do you really know him? No. You just know what your television told you about him.
I don't know him. I've heard that name several times, and so I'm still at a loss for that. I don't know him at all.
He's nothing more than a figurehead to put a face to the privatization of NASA. Right? Like, everyone knows that NASA's full of shit. If you don't, you've been living under a rock for the last 5 years because, dude, their credibility got destroyed in 2015. Absolutely destroyed. Google Rob Skiba. I mean, it just, you know, I don't care if you believe in flat earth or not. NASA's credibility got shot to shit in 2015. So then all of a sudden, I thought NASA's going to go away. But no. Here comes SpaceX. Right? And I've got a whole topic on the X mark that I'll say another time. But the point is, Elon Musk heads up SpaceX. So they're moving away from the public NASA government-controlled space program to a privatization, right? So it's a private company. It can do what it wants. It doesn't have to abide by the Constitution, doesn't have to listen to the government. It's a private entity. That's a problem. But go ask any American, right? Go ask 10 Americans why it's a problem. 9 of them won't understand what you're talking about. One of them may give you a coherent response. Right?
Yeah.
So the devil uses ignorance to get ahead and has been doing so since the beginning of time. But I digress. It's just one way to look at things, and this is just one man's opinion on things, so take it for what it's worth. But do you see what I see?
Yeah, I do. That's why I was saying is a system that is that corrupt has absolutely no choice but to implode. Just collapse,
Yeah, everything that I know about propaganda is this. It's always built on a lie. The lie is always very big, and it's constantly pushed down the public's throat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's how it works. Because the lie can't stand in the face of the truth. The lie is a counterfeit of the truth. And counterfeits never last. The truth is the only thing that really stands the test of time. So when you put NASA up against the book of Genesis, NASA gets its ass kicked every day. Right? But here's the thing. Your school indoctrinates you to believe in NASA and tells you that the Bible is a book of fairy tales. When in truth, it's the other way around.
Right.
But the only way you're going to know that is if you go and seek out the truth for yourself.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how it works. Your perception is your reality. And if you want to shift your perception, what do you have to do?
Change your reality.
Yeah, change what you're doing. Otherwise, you're practicing insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. What you have to do is do something different to yield.
I think I was in that situation for a little while there.
Yeah, me too. I can relate to it. And then I figured out I'm still doing the same things. I need to change this. Lord, what am I doing? And then, the minute you call on the Lord, the minute you're like, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm stupid. I was leaning on my own understanding. I'm sorry. Please help me. That quick. That's all it takes. Mm-hmm. You turning around, realizing, I don't know what I'm doing. Lord, help me. Bang.
Yep.
That fast. And yeah. How do you explain that to people that don't even know God exists? That swear by heaven and hell he doesn't even exist? I don't get it. And here, I'll even add to that. For 30 years, I was the person that swore God didn't exist. Okay, here I am 8 years later being like, oh, not only does he exist, he's the greatest thing in the world. Beyond this world. There's not words to describe him accurately. There's not. Beautiful, majestic, holy. Not even close. Not even close, man. But what does that take? It takes an experience with God to realize that fact.
Right.
It took me in blind ignorance, right? Taking 7 grams of mushrooms, just saying, I just want the truth. Imagine my surprise. I really want to recreate that event because it's just to show people what he can do.
Yeah.
He made the world in 6 days and took a nap, guys. Hello. How long does it collectively take, man, to build a building? Weeks, months, years? He made the whole world in 6 days. And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to take a nap and call it the Sabbath.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I am in awe of it all. The more I dig, the more I look for answers and truth, the more I'm just in awe. How it's so intricate, it's so perfect. Everything has a purpose, is by design, has meaning, right? From the smallest mosquito to the biggest land animal you can think of. And it all works together in tandem, and he takes care of it all. To spirit. I mean, it just. Yeah. The natives used to go with the Great Spirit, Juan Tanaka. Yeah, the Jews.
What is it?
The Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, if you put your faith in Donald Trump, Lena, you're absolutely right. You put your faith in Donald Trump, you were deceived.
Oh, you went for it.
Oh, man.
You went for it. I ignored that. I thought to myself, oh my God, I'm not going to say anything.
I mean, it's the truth, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Guys flip-flop between every position known to man, but yet somehow I'm supposed to trust him. Dude, he's about as authentic as a WWE wrestler.
It doesn't matter which one it's the fact that they're following. It's the fact that they're following a man that is part of a broken system. That is part of the creator of a broken system. You know what I mean? And is part of, and all for financial gain, I guess, would be the only thing I can think of.
Who does he serve? God or money?
Exactly. What does any of them serve? Not just him. I'm not,
All of them, dude. All of them are bought and paid
for
prostitutes.
But the thing is everybody, there's so many people that are following them like they're the Messiah,
Right? And they're deceived.
And it's like, holy crap, don't put so much. I keep thinking in my head, man, why are y'all putting so much trust in another man? Why? Because he's got billions of dollars? What?
Because the TV told me to. Because Fox News.
Oh, God, the TV said so? No. I trust God with what's going on around us, and I trust him to keep us safe, but I don't trust any man on hardly anybody. I trust my friends, of course, but.
If a man tells me that he is wicked and unrighteous and unworthy to be trusted, then I'll trust him because I know he's being honest.
Yeah.
Right? Like we all strive to be 100% honest. We all strive to be without sin. None of us are.
No.
None of us. Me, you, nobody. And those people that know it, I'd say are walking in truth. They're staying humble. They pick up their cross every day and they're trying to follow Jesus. Those people that think they are, that, oh, my shit don't stink. I don't need God. I'm self-righteous. I know everything. Those are the ones you got to watch out for because they don't know shit. And those are the boars that will turn around and rend you. Don't cast pearls before them.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And I learned that lesson the hard way because it was like I tried to hold on to my Army friends. I really did. Because 12 years, you build really good relationships with people. You served in combat, buried bodies, just done all kinds of crazy shit with these guys. And I thought like I would be able to take the gospel, bring it to them, and they'd all be saved. And that's just not how it works.
Yeah, you can have trust in any of these people you want to, but the truth about the matter is if you don't have trust in God first and foremost, you're screwed. I mean, that is not. Yeah, it's not gonna work good. It's a wrong way to have your trust in. Because man is fallible, very fallible. People, all mankind for that matter. I mean, we all do really stupid things, and we do things that we regret later, and that's your conscience telling you that you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, churches teach hate too. Yeah, absolutely. Who was that artist you were telling me about? The country guy, the country Christian singer that's homosexual.
Parson James.
Parson James, dude. Yeah, his testimony is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's got a.
it highlights.
He's got one of those. He's got one of those testimonies that makes you stop as a person that doesn't. I mean, I'm nothing like that. You know, as a person that it makes you stop and look into your own the way that you talk to other people around you and understand. It just it's a testimony that is very very unique and very hard to take, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because it makes you look at yourself, and it makes you recall the times that you used to look at people like that and be like, "Fucking faggot."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And I'll say it.
And it's like
I'm guilty. I've done it. I don't
yeah,
do it anymore, but I've absolutely classified people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will gladly confess my sins openly. You know, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I never, ever, ever should have done that. But you know what?
Yeah.
I didn't know better, nor did I want to learn to know better.
But look at what they do with the media now and stuff is teaching that is they're teaching it even stronger now than ever before.
Yeah, because they can highlight the hypocrisy within the Sunday worshiping church and say that's Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
And in the West, they're not wrong, right? California public education teaches that the Roman Catholic Church is a Christian organization. Historically, that's false. You know them by their deeds and their fruits. However, your public education system stated that as a fact. And if you research public education, they did that by design.
The same system that allowed them to take any kind of religion out of the system, out of the school, and
yeah,
it was like,
if I was the devil, what would I do? I would create a religion that is a counterfeit of the truth. I would call the counterfeit the truth, and I would use that counterfeit to destroy the truth. You with me? That's what I think.
Yes, Paul Harvey, I am definitely with you. That reminds me of Paul Harvey with the "If I Was the Devil."
If I was the devil.
Oh my God, that was. And dude, I listened to that last week. That's why when you said that, it triggered. I listened to it last week, and I was sitting there thinking, you know, what I had watched was a show that they had done about it like years ago, saying how he was so accurate. And I'm watching it now, being 21.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 21 now.
Now you're like,
anyway, and now I'm like, holy crap, it's even worse. He's dead on. I mean, just that was an awesome broadcast.
Yeah.
But you're right. If I were the devil, I would do everything exactly the way I'm doing it right, or the way he's doing it right now, because
I would just keep on doing it.
It's working. It is working. It is working.
Absolutely.
So many people are falling away. Even in the churches. You know what pisses me off so bad, and I get so mad I want to scream. These churches that are teaching division, they're teaching hate, they're teaching. I had a Christian broadcast channel that I watch quite often, and I've been watching it for a while. He's a street preacher, and he's really good. And some of you may, I'm not gonna name names or anything. He's already got enough hate going on his channel now after what he did. But he literally did a live stream battling it out. Christian ministers battling it out, arguing over who got what as far as donations and who has more faith or whatever, arguing over some stupidity beef that they had between themselves. And I got in the chat a couple of times in big bold letters say and tell them, listen, think about your congregation. They are watching you right now. This is not bearing good fruits. And I would put it in bold letters. I put all kinds of things out there in bold letters, and it just they kept going with it. They had a complete hate deal, and for them to be able to call themselves ministers and do that and teach division like that, it sickens you when you see something like that.
That's not,
you know, and
the gospel.
Yeah, and the reason why it sickens you so much is because you put that person to a higher standard because you believe that they are doing their work for God more than yourself, and you put them at a higher standard than yourself, and then they let you down. Man is fallible. People got to stop. All of us got to stop putting our expectations of man so far above. You know, the fact that they're just the same and fallible, just the same as we are. You never put no one above yourself or below you. You know, you're all in it together, regardless. And that's what that teaches division, and it doesn't teach that. And it's Christians, like it's Christians that literally is the cause for atheism. It's a cause for people falling out of God's grace as Christians because they will sit there and tell you with their mouth one thing and live a complete different life in private or away. They'll step outside. They'll step outside the church and then immediately go to bashing on somebody, talking about them, or the ones that always sat in the back row sitting there gossiping. You know, that's what and they're lukewarm Christians. They believe, but they don't, you know, and that's what a lukewarm Christian is, the very definition. And what did he say he was going to do? He would spew you out of his mouth.
Yeah. And so when I look at a lot of these organizations, that quote unquote Christian organizations, and I see that,
it hurts to watch
that. Y'all are dead.
Yeah, it hurts to see that because they lead so many people astray when they do that. When you're supposed to teach any minister, I don't care who you are and what you have sitting in front of you, if you're not preaching a love gospel, then you're preaching something else. You know, if it isn't preaching and teaching somebody love in every which way, even if it is tough love at times, but love nevertheless. If it ain't teaching love or something, it's not right. And what is gossip and dissension and division teach? You know, what does that teach? That doesn't teach love. I don't know what it teaches, but it doesn't teach love.
It breeds resentment is what it breeds.
And there's so many pastors that get out there and you know, I hope and pray that God takes it easy on them and stuff, because you know that they're going to have their day to answer for that, and it's not going to be pretty. And
I wouldn't wish that upon the worst sinner in the world.
Yeah,
I wish I could express this to people, man. Like this, God's judgment is not like earthly judgment. Okay,
my point.
If you go to judge, right? Even if you're a freaking mass murderer, you can still end up on life without the possibility of parole. There's still life. Okay, which means there's still opportunity for repentance. There's still opportunity to come for salvation. There's still opportunity to be saved, right? In his throne room, it's final. And there's only one of two things that's going to happen. You're either going to heaven or hell. There's no limbo. There's no purgatory. There's no, let me restart this. Right? Like at that point, right? The race is finished. Where you placed is where you placed. Right? And along that race, people were holding up signs the whole time. And he will show you every single one of them that he sent when he tried to get your attention. And when you cut him off. And when you turned your back on him. And he was right there just holding a sign, waiting for you patiently. But time and time and time and time again, you refused. What are you going to say on that day? I know.
I tell you what. Talk about a lesson. Do that. Go out and stand in front of a Walmart with a sign, and watch people, and you notice
that you're helpless and hopeless, and just be homeless for one day.
Yeah, do it. Do it just one time. It's a lot harder than it sounds like, and there's a lot of people out there that do it every day. You know.
Yeah. But I mean, this is why I say
we did it.
The best thing that ever happened to you.
We did it a bunch, and it's very
to ask
I don't know.
anyone for help is
It's hard.
humbling experience.
It's hard. Yeah.
Absolutely. The hardest thing I ever had to do. One of them. I mean, I was broken to nothing, dude. I wanted to kill myself.
For most it is, but there are them ones out there that have they don't seem to have any, it doesn't seem to bother them at all, you know, it doesn't seem to faze them. They don't think of it that way. And I don't know how else to think of it. That's the only way it ever made sense to me.
But people just got to walk that experience. You know, I've seen miracles happen in the recovery rooms of Narcotics Anonymous all the time. You know, people that came in literally on death's doorstep and then working the 12 steps, dude, and realizing that God is real and that God is the only thing that's going to save you from that drug addiction is a good place to start. You don't even have to define God. It just has to be a power greater than yourself. Right? And if you work the 12 steps, by the time you get to the 12th step, something happens. You know, if you're serious about recovery and serious about bettering your life and not being just a messed up menace to society, yeah. But you have to have a willingness and a desire to change. Right? I mean, but that willingness only needs to be about the faith of a mustard seed.
Hey, hold that thought just a second. Be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Good morning, and God bless you too, smartass.
Hello.
YOLO.
That's what was going on. All right. Well, yeah, the chat hadn't moved at all. I hadn't. It just everything froze on it. The amount of people and the chat, and I happened to notice that I was still looking at 6 people, and I was still looking at because people thought they are leaders, not mine, from railroads. I never did see any of the other ones.
Yeah. Well, whatever you did, man, it opened up the chat room because we went from 6 to 10 people. But this is what I'm doing today. I'm reading these 2 books. I'm preparing for a test. I mean, really, I'm recalling information that I've already learned and putting it in my short-term memory bank so that Sunday, when I need it, I can access it. And then Monday, when I don't need it, I can put it back in long-term storage. There's so much to how we learn memory that they're just now learning about. Unfortunately, with COVID, they threw all of that out the window and decided that they were going to try this remote learning thing, which doesn't work very well. But I digress. It seems that everything is working out the way it's supposed to work out because I now have the time I need to study to pass these tests, which I didn't have before. I get to get my teeth fixed. I should be moving into student teaching here soon, which apparently the Lord wants me to be a teacher for some reason. Not really what I had in mind. Like at all.
Okay.
You know, I mean, education I believe is important, but I mean, that's a pretty interesting battlefield if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like it.
So, yeah, I mean, here's to just studying and doing my part, you know.
Yeah.
I believe that we need good, solid teachers that will invest in our students. So, that's
exactly,
what I'm going to do. Yeah, because if we don't invest in our youth, the devil will. And look around you.
He has.
Yeah.
He has.
Every time you refuse to be a parent and you plop your kid in front of a television, you're saying, okay, Lucifer, watch my kid. By the way.
Yeah.
I don't know who needs to hear that, but there you go. You know, if you don't raise your kids, Satan will.
Yep, and he has.
And he
That's
has.
why we. That's
He's
why we
raised
have.
generations of children by now.
Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of what is going on now is happening.
Absolutely. You know, and it's right there, right in front of your face. Yeah.
Yep.
So
anyway, yeah, I gotta get up. I done coffeeed up, and yeah, I'm
welcome
fixing to
to
go out
the
there.
Roaring 20s.
Wait a minute, Roaring 20s.
Yeah, so that's
gonna.
Yeah, it ends with the crash of 1929. The stock market just gets destroyed. And then you have the Great Depression in the 30s, which leads to a World War, which is in the 40s, and then
that's gonna stick. You know that, right? That the Roaring 20s. That's gonna stick in my head. Now I'm gonna think the Roaring 20s every time I think of this topic. That's what I was just thinking about. Yep, I'm not gonna get that one out of my head. The Roaring 20s. Yep.
Right. So I'm predicting they're probably going to cancel the global war on terrorism. Right.
You think?
That'll lead to high levels of unemployment. Prices will go up, but not wages, which will lead to strikes, which will lead to further divides. And you're already seeing it with the lack of jobs. Racism and anti-immigrant feelings naturally go up. So you have the haves versus have-nots. So since the Democrats pride themselves on being the party of immigrants and portraying the migrants, right, they're going to use that to further the division, right? And they're going to point to all the Republicans and saying all the white people are Donald Trump supporters, right? So you'll have the all or nothings, and you'll have brown people looking at white people distrustfully and white people looking at brown people distrustfully. And those people that play on the Republicans and Democrats are the ones that are creating the division. By the way, we've seen this before in the 1920s, kids. This is not new. This is just a repeat of what has already gone on. If you're smart, you know better, and you know that we're all one, and you're going to love your brown neighbor and your white neighbor the same. If you're stupid, you're going to play the game. So that's lesson number one.
It repeats itself, and back then the
remember the Russia scare?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh, all the Democrats are socialists. This isn't talking about 2021, guys. This is talking about 1920. How weird. There was a Red Scare before. Huh. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Calvin Coolidge was seen as quiet and honest. He was believed in laissez-faire economics. I'm a laissez-faire economist. And he tried to keep the government out of the economy. Right. He was reelected in 1924, strength of his beliefs of minimal government, high tariffs, and low taxes. So he wanted to tax import goods, but keep the taxes that Americans paid domestically low. And that's how he did it, to raise money. Coolidge is known for the Kellogg Diet Act of 1928, which made war illegal. More than 60 nations signed the agreement, but think about it. How do you enforce something that says you can't fight?
Miss Lena said, I'm still a savage. They forgot about us.
Oh, but they're not going to call the Washington football team the Redskins anymore, so everything's okay, right, Lena? But that's what the government does. It does some measly little thing and be like, look, see, we care about the natives. We don't call them savages or Redskins anymore. But what have you done to prove it? There's still reservations, right?
The coffee?
Getting rid of the reservation system, we're actually like taking care of people. It's just, I wish I could just stand in front of Congress and be like, you guys are a bunch of asshats. Better yet, I want Lena to stand in front of Congress and tell her what she thinks. I mean, but I'm so sick of like just these half-assed empty gestures that are supposed to care about us. We care about veterans. Thank you for your service. Really? Some catchphrase is supposed to make me think that you give a shit about me? Ha! No, you don't. Quit lying to me. That's how I feel. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Maybe we'll get flying cars. They developed the automobile in the 20s. Maybe we'll get flying cars now. You know, I mean, it's been 100 years.
They've been working on that for quite some time now.
Oh, yeah.
They have personal flying cars you can buy, but I mean they're about as much as a Maserati dipped in gold or something. But
yeah, right.
I want to get one of those. I want to get one of those ultralight little 2-person helicopters or something. I think I could do everything I needed to do with a helicopter here. Going to town and everything.
Black nationalism from this point too.
Do what?
There's just a lot of things that happen in the 20s that make it like a really cool time period. Radios, music, jazz, the film industry starts taking off. There was speakeasy, so alcohol was illegal, right? So, but if you wanted to go drink, you just went to a bar and you said the password and they'd let you in because it was called a speakeasy, and that's where you got jazz bands and blues and all that starts developing out of the 20s. Yeah, one of the few things I really love about American culture is the music that has come from it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And then yeah. When did the Renaissance begin? 14th, 15th, 16th century? Yeah, I don't know.
When did the Renaissance begin?
Yeah.
Yeah. We still got Army helicopters going over. Yeah. Yeah. You seen that one yesterday? I guess Miss Lena does live straight that direction. Every time I see something flying over, she says she sees it fly right over her place. So she does live straight that direction. And she's talking about more of the Army helicopters.
Green? What color are they?
Dark green. Dark green.
Okay.
Dark green. The one had missiles on it the other day, last week.
Good.
Yeah, we must be in their flight path or something. Somebody told us that there's a base somewhere.
Yeah.
So we must be in their flight path. So.
Yeah.
That was black. She says it's black. I don't know
what's out there in Tennessee.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Because I know there's bases in North Carolina and in Kentucky. And it's South Carolina too. In Jackson, South Carolina. Yeah, you got Fort Jackson.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's military bases all over there. I mean, we've got 29 over here, 29 Palms, and then the Chocolate Mountains bombing range by the slabs.
Oh, she said the one with the bombs was black.
Yeah.
I thought it looked dark green to me, but this one that went over this time was dark green, I believe.
Yeah.
They're
doing training of some kind.
The roots was a hawk.
Punk in your head. Why are you done cooking?
Oh yeah.
Talking to Tommy. And,
Do what?
got the banana.
Banana.
Bug does.
Anyway, I'm gonna go and get my day started.
Me too.
I done
I've got
drank
more
enough
studying to
coffee
do
for
and-
me.
Yep. So cool. If you get bored, in a couple hours, give me a holler.
All right, we'll do.
All right.
All
Love
right.
you guys.
Talk to you all later.
Yep.
Yep. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Like, share, and subscribe, and all that crazy stuff, and all the other information's on the About page. Later.